This is influencer Orlando. We're in Michigan right now. Orlando's going to share his story. So Orlando, where are you from?
I'm from Puerto Rico.
Okay. And when did you move here?
Moved to Florida when I was 4 years old, almost 4.
Okay.
So I was like 2002, 2003.
And what year is this for you doing Vivint?
This is my 4th year.
Okay.
Fourth summer.
And so your first summer, what did you sell?
68 FP with like just under 100 EFP.
Okay. Second summer?
82 FP and just over it in EFP.
Okay.
About
Third
even.
summer?
108.
And this would have been your assistant manager year?
Yep.
Okay, so that would have been last year.
Last year.
And so this is year number 4 for you, and you're managing.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think helped you hit that in 4 years? It took me 6 years to do it. What do you think helped in 4?
When I interviewed originally for the job, like the Puma progression was so clear, and even like when I went on my very first blitz, I saw the managers up there training us. I saw the like clear vision to like get there and how it was all just based off of performance.
Okay.
And that was pretty clear to me.
Okay. And what did you do right before Vivint? I think your story is pretty interesting, but what did you do?
Yeah, so when I was 18, kind of an opportunity fell in my lap where I was able to go run a company. So I was part owner in a meal prep company.
Okay.
So I did that for 3 years, and then I started
How did that go?
That was good. It was a lot of work. It was like, I remember very vividly when we started the company, I didn't have a day off for like 95 days. Not a single day off.
You're saying Sundays too?
Sundays too.
Okay.
So I was probably working I wasn't working like extremely long hours. I mean, some days I was, but every day there was something to do.
Sure.
And I was showing up to the actual place where we were running the company. Well, when we first started, we were doing it at a restaurant from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. And I was full-time in school. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was a lot.
And so was that profitable, or how'd it go?
Could have been profitable, but it was a lot of overhead. It was scary. The pandemic hit. We were like $300,000 in debt.
Okay.
We didn't really know if we were going to come out on top after the pandemic, so we just went and sold the business at a break even to a company in Tampa.
Okay. And then what did you do next?
Right after that, I sold hand sanitizer during the pandemic. That was fun.
I actually had a friend that did that.
Yeah, it was cool. We did that for 3 months. I rented out a warehouse. I got forklift certified. I was like driving the forklift, taking the hand sanitizer out of the trucks. I hired like 5 guys. We were bottling it into little like 4-ounce containers, 5-gallon buckets, 275-gallon tanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're the hand sanitizer man.
I was the hand sanitizer man.
Okay.
I had like my own little hand sanitizer little mafia.
Okay. And then so you went right from that into Vivint?
No. After that, I started a home services company, pressure washing, roof cleaning. We were doing windows. We were replacing the screens. We were doing porch closures, paper patios. Did that for 1.5 years.
Okay.
And then
why'd you leave that to go into this?
There was something in between that too.
Okay.
Then I started a tax company. I felt like I was always
I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah, I was always just bouncing, trying to find something that was either not as risky, where I was like putting up so much money, or that didn't require so much overhead.
Okay.
That was like the constant battle of like, do I love pressure washing? No. Can this make a lot of money? Sure. But there's like the consistent battle of like, do I have enough work and can I pay my employees?
Okay. So then what was attractive about Vivint?
So after I did 2 years of the tax company, because a lot of these businesses that I had, like they overlapped.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't close one down and then start the other.
Okay.
I would like phase myself out of one, barely making money, and started another one.
Okay.
And then I had a tax season where I kind of got burnt by one of my partners.
Okay.
And I say he stole money from me, kind of just like money got lost.
Okay.
A lot of it.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like over $20,000 that just kind of disappeared. We didn't know where it went. I was really frustrated. And I remember Tyler Schuster put a post on Instagram saying just made $115,000 in 5 months. And I was like, oof.
Oh, you're an Instagram guy. Okay.
Yeah, I was just scrolling. I saw that. I reached out to Tyler, and I was like, well, if I go one summer and I make 40 grand, I can just put it all in crypto or something.
Sure.
And that was kind of just the mindset. And then I went on the very first blitz, and immediately I was like, wait a minute, no overhead. I don't have to put any money down. I don't have to invest any money. and I can immediately start. I mean, I made money on my very first day. I sold on my first day. So it's like, all right, I already made money.
Sure.
Day one.
So you're telling me like owning a business is not just as sexy as it sounds?
No, it takes a couple of years before you're in the green usually. I have a buddy who has a nutrition store right now, and he put a lot of money into that thing, and he's finally breaking even.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So what vision, or if somebody was watching this that's like, hey, I want to be able to move up. So you did 2 years as a rep, a year as an assistant, and then managing this year.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty good. There are some people that can do it in 3 years, but it's pretty uncommon.
Yeah.
But to do it in 4 is great. What would be your advice to somebody that is like, hey, I like this, I want to keep advancing? Like, where do you think people go right? Where do you think people go wrong?
Yeah, I say treat it like it's a real job, right? It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be cool, the culture's supposed to be great, but at the end of the day, people would give up a lot of things to be in the position that we're in, to have this opportunity to grow. I've never been a part of, and I've been a part of other, not other, but I've been a part of MLMs where like you have to like recruit in order to like grow. And here you can just show up, plug and play. So plug in as strongly as you possibly can. I think that's like the message that I would give people. Like don't skip anything, show up to everything. Even if you don't feel like you're great at first, just know like it's just plug and play. We're all doing the same job.
Sure. Okay. So what helped you to go from an assistant manager to managing?
I treated my assistant manager year like if I was already managing.
Ding, ding. That's the key. You're absolutely right. The people that do the assistant manager year, where they're like, oh, Charlie's still my manager, Nick's still my manager, or whatever, they don't get what they really should get out of their assistant manager year. Their assistant manager year, they should be contributing to the office. They should be coming up with ideas. They should be taking shadows. They should be doing the training. They should be doing all that.
I didn't feel like it was work. To me, being in that role felt fulfilling. So like I didn't see the role of like assistant manager like, oh, this is a job. I'm like, this is cool. People look up to me.
Sure.
People are looking at me to solve their problems. And ultimately, I think like in my opinion, the most important part of being a good leader is to be able to solve problems.
Sure.
And do it without anyone telling you you have to.
Sure. You know, so my first year, one of the top guy in the office had like perfect hair, and I've never felt that I had like perfect hair. And I was talking to a rookie in preseason. He's like, oh, I don't know if I can do this because there's no other Asian person on the team. That was his comment. And I was like, well, Spencer freaking crushes it at this job. But I think everybody has a limiting self-belief. You have a stutter, right?
Yeah.
So was that like a limiting belief for you or no?
A little bit. So my first year, it's actually funny that you bring that up. My first year, I stutter a lot on hard vowels, like O, anything that like requires you to open your mouth. And so my name, Orlando, I stutter a lot on my name. And so if I'm on the doors with like a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of nerves, which we all deal with, especially when you're brand new, you're going to stutter a little bit naturally. And then so you have a stutter, you're going to stutter even more. So I eliminated saying my name on the door. So I would never introduce myself.
I'm O-Town.
No, yeah. I work with Vivint. And like I would never introduce what my name was. And then year 2, I'm like still doing it. And I'm like, dude, who cares?
Yeah.
Like who cares? It's who I am. They're going to know I stutter.
Sure.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a limiting belief there. And then over time, I was like, I just owned it. It's part of my identity. And there's nothing that I can do to change that.
So you made a funny comment yesterday, or not funny, but an interesting comment yesterday about CEO pay.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? You want to mention that?
Yeah, I was saying that I think it's interesting that there's CEOs out there that are overseeing companies that are doing tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue and overseeing hundreds of employees making the same or less than some of our managers.
Yeah.
And
I think when people hear CEO, they're picturing like Steve Jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, that guy's making, $20 million a year, which is probably true.
True.
But I think people are forgetting that when you get out of like the top, like, when you get out of the Fortune 500, which is an infinitely small, group of companies in America, the average CEO or owner is not touching anywhere close to that. Most of them aren't even coming close to 500 grand a year.
Right. I mean, there's so many boring companies out there that we don't even know about, and they make hundreds of $1 millions in revenue, but their margins are so slim. And you're running this like massive operation. You have truck drivers and employees and warehouses, and you're overseeing management, and you're overseeing logistics, and you're overseeing so many different, like you got the marketing guy, you got all these people, and you're overseeing all of them. And your job is so delicate because you can get fired at any moment. Sure. The company's revenue dips below where it needs to be. You don't have an answer for it. Gone.
Yeah.
There goes your equity. There goes everything.
You'll make more this summer. At how old are you?
I'm 27. I just turned 27 last Sunday.
Okay. Well, I text you.
You're here.
But you'll make more money than probably your average CEO at an American company this summer, which is kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
One last piece of advice. Any advice that you give somebody for the remaining 6 weeks?
Yeah. Don't set your eyes on like it's almost over. If anything, my first 2 summers I had very weak finishes to summer, and last year I finally had like kind of went like this, and then I went a little bit, and then right at the end of summer I actually finished strong.
Nice.
Like I snapped out of it. I'm like I stopped focusing so much on the selling part of it, and I started focusing more on like the doors. How many doors am I knocking? How many people am I talking to?
Sure.
Back to the dip sheet. And I think go back to the basics. I think this is like a big part of summer where if you reset and you go back to the basics, you can finish pretty strong, or stronger than you even started.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks, Orlando. You're the man.
That was pretty good.